Rolling. We are rolling. And that is my computer screen. It might be kind of bright. But hello everybody, I am P7 and welcome to my 16 subscriber special. That is very exciting, is it not? And if you are confused about what I just said, I am doing subscriber specials in powers of 2, so yeah. Everyone else does them kind of the same, so I want to do them differently, pretty much because I can. So yeah, some announcements before we get started with this special. There has been a lack of videos recently, or really no videos at all for the last few weeks, and that is because, for those of you who don't know, I am in college, and the semester is ending, so yeah, this coming week is the end of the semester, so the videos will be coming out again soon, and I should be getting one uploaded this weekend along with this subscriber special. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, I've just been finishing up projects for the end of the semester, and that has been taking up a lot of my time. So yeah. Next announcement. Live streaming. Okay, live streaming. This is the, well, I guess the last part could be kind of sad too, but this part is going to be possibly even more sad. I'm not going to be able to live stream while I am on holiday break, because the internet at my house is really bad. It is not good enough for live streaming. But I will still be uploading videos. So yeah, I might be able to squeeze in a live stream. Well, it'll probably just be one before I leave next week on Friday to go home, and so yeah, there won't be any live streams for a while. And I will be back in college, I think the last week of January, so there'll be a lack or no live streams until the last week of January if I can't fit one in this week. So yeah, I think that's all I need to announce before we get started here. I keep looking at my computer screen for some reason, but yeah, I'm going to go get my cameraman. I'm going to have a cameraman in this subscriber special. Well, I guess I kind of had one in the 2 and 8 subscriber specials, but they were voiced by me, so yeah. But yes, one more announcement before I go get my cameraman though. These subscriber specials, yes, I wanted them to be entertaining, but I also, I don't want, not that I don't want all of them to be entertaining, but I also want to use them to, help you guys learn some things about me, or learn just general things, just general knowledge, and stuff of that nature. So yeah, I'm going to go get my cameraman now and get things, well, I won't get things set up yet because I don't need to do that yet. But I'm going to go get my cameraman, and then I'm going to give you a tour of my room here in the dorms. And it's pretty cool. You can kind of see some of it already, but yeah, and you can maybe see the garbage over there, the wonderful garbage. Yeah, I'm gonna go get him right now, and then we can get started. Alright everybody, I've got my cameraman. He's behind the camera doing camera stuff, and the entrance to my room is right here. If Mr. Cameraman will come closer, I've got a sign outside my room It is written in Japanese, and it's pretty cool. I like it. So, Dokutsu san ten sugoi. It might not entirely make sense in Japanese, but if you translate it into English, the cave 3 awesome, that doesn't really necessarily make much sense either. And this is tape, so that's pretty much all here. Other than the cave idea, I'm in my 3rd year of college, and I've had a cave all 3 years that I've called a cave that has been somewhere in my room, in which case this year it is the entire room. So we'll just head on in. So the entrance is kind of cramped and thin. There isn't a lot of space to walk in here. I've got some cookies over here that I'm going to open up later. I like to dip my cookies in milk. It's very good. And the first thing you will notice is the bed here. There's no mattress on it. We'll get to that later. I've got some cool garland and Christmas lights here. Japanese thing from Love Live, and then some red and black thingy things and whatever. So yeah. Keep on going. I put my hats up on the bedposts. And this space is very thin as well, but I don't care. I don't really care about the functionality of this room. I just care that it looks cool. And you'll see that I got my bed right here against the wall. And I've got my computer chair here, so I just slide this in under the desk and pull my bed down when I go to sleep. So yeah, set up here. I got my computer and stuff over here, and just lounge back and do computer stuff, like playing games or doing homework and things like that. I've got my laptop here that I mostly use for live streamings, for checking the live stream, checking the comments, making sure that the live stream is working correctly. And yeah, I've also got a guitar amp here and a guitar over there. So yeah, it's not anything really fancy, but it's good enough for me. Then right down here I've got some CDs. So I've got some Dragon Force, Inhuman Rampage, some more Dragon Force, Ultra Beatdown, and some more Dragon Force, The Power Within. I don't have their most recent album, Maximum Overload, but I have listened to it on YouTube, and it's pretty cool. I've also got some J.P. Joffrey. He's a bandoneonist. He plays the bandoneon, and yeah, he does tango music. And then this one, Hard Tango, is pretty cool. He kind of takes tango music and infuses some elements of rock and metal, which is kind of cool. And then I've got the original release of Baby Metal's debut album, the American release of Baby Metal's debut album, and yes, this is the original release of Ijime Dame Zettai Zettai. So yeah. So for this subscriber special, I'm going to be doing some work on my computer. I announced it in some live streams. I don't think I announced it in the video, but I got some more memory for my computer. So I'm going to be talking about sort of the insides of the computer and what all is in there, and sort of things that you should do or should know if you're going to replace parts or play with the insides of your computer. So I'm going to go get this all set up in a place where I can work on it, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I've got my computer out here in the kitchen, So yeah, the first thing we're going to do is go over basic maintenance of a computer that you should, well, yeah, basic maintenance of a computer. So about once a week, it's good to do, a good thing to do is to go into your computer and dust everything off. So just going to take off the side panels here. I'll put them off to the side. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but there's some dust on here. I can just wipe this off with my hand. That'll be fine. Alright, on to dusting the insides of the computer. I've got some Ultra Duster, which is, it's very effective. So you can find this in like Walmart or pretty much any store that has stuff that is somewhat like Walmart, like Shopko or Target. You could probably find it, I'm not sure, but probably. So with this stuff, you just kind of you don't want to get really close to it, and then you just blow all the dust out. Alright. Okay. So yeah, you should do that about once a week or every other week. Well, now we're going to get into installing the memory that I purchased. So I'm going to go around to the other side of the table now. Actually, first, before we get into installing the memory, I'm going to introduce you to some of the main parts of a computer. So, right down here, at the bottom here, there's this big panel. That is the motherboard, which essentially controls all of the other components and links them together and transfers information between them. And right here we've got this huge cooling unit, well, comparative to the part that is actually under it. Under it we have the processor, which a lot of people call the brains of the computer, but really all it does is follow instructions, so it's not really that intelligent. And right here we have a graphics card. That's more of an optional part of the computer if you want to do gaming or video editing or editing pictures in high quality. And right here is what we will be replacing later on, the memory or RAM. And then right here we have the power supply to power all of the components in the computer. And right here, I think I can pull this out a little. I won't. We've got the hard drive here, which holds all of the information in the computer. And right here, you don't really need this anymore either, because, I mean, discs aren't really used that much anymore. I've just got a cheap DVD/CD drive in here. And another important, but, well, especially for gaming PCs, an important thing is to have fans in the case. So airflow is very important. Get air flowing into and out of the PC. So I think I've covered everything in here. So yeah, we'll get to installing this RAM now. Before you really go into the computer at all, it is important that you ground yourself. So like touch something that is metal, or touch the power supply, so you don't so there is no static electricity, because that can damage the components of the computer. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove this old RAM stick, which is a 4 GB RAM stick. So these switches here, I'll just press down on them until it pops out. Okay. Now I'll just pull it out. Only 4 GB. I thought that was going to be enough for a while when I built this computer over the summer, and I realized that I wanted more, so I'm getting more. Right, so the RAM we will be installing, if I can get it out of the package here. Okay. Alright, so we were going to be putting in this Ripjaws from G.Skill, which is 2 GB, or not 2 GB, 8 GB per stick of RAM. So when you're inserting these things, these sticks of RAM, you want to make sure that these switches here are pulled out. I'll be inserting in the blue slots here. And then you want to take it and drop it down evenly. You don't want to, just drop it down evenly. And then push it down lightly until it's level. And then the switches are still out. And then you go on both sides and then just press down until it locks into place. Okay. And I'll get the other stick, and we'll do the same thing. The main power supply to the motherboard, the cord is so big. So big. Okay. So again, I'll get this lined up here and push it down lightly until it's level. And now it won't go down anymore until I press down on it. Then that, no, that side's not in. Alright. Okay. It's all installed now. And when I start it up again, it should work. Alright everybody. I'm back here in my room. I've got my PC hooked up again. I've turned it on and it is working. And this is take 3 of ending the video. I forgot to talk about some things. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is I didn't explain before what um, an increased amount of RAM will allow me to do. So, RAM. My networking professor. Okay, I'm majoring in computer science, just to let you know. But RAM. My networking professor described the amount of RAM as sort of like a desktop. So, if you look at this here, this is a desk, and that is a bigger desk that has like my computer and my monitor and a bunch of stuff on it. So you've got that desk, the drawer is open right now for some reason, and a bigger desk. So before I installed the new RAM, I had a smaller desk, figuratively. So just think about it as if you are working in an office on a smaller desk. Now, if you are working on things, you only have a limited amount of space on this smaller desk to work on. Okay? And think of the CPU as the worker. Okay? The CPU, the worker, is working on this small amount of space here. But I can't do that. But if the CPU, the worker, is working on a bigger space, it will have more space to move things around, sort of. I'm not the best at explaining this, but that's sort of the general idea behind RAM. So, essentially what all of that means is it allows your CPU to be more efficient. Okay? So yeah. So yeah, another thing, I'll explain my reasoning behind not leaving this old stick of RAM in here. It might be in focus right now. I may have just done something. No, I didn't. Okay. But yes, I did not leave this old stick of RAM in there for reasons. Now, I have had some people tell me that as long as you have RAM that is the same speed as your previous RAM, this is in regard to using differing sticks of RAM. Okay, so if they are the same speed, I've had some people tell me that they will work together. But I did some research online and found that while they might theoretically work together, if you have two of the identical sticks of RAM, that your system will work better. It'll be more stable and more efficient. So that is why I have left this stick out. Yes, so I wanted to have my PC be more stable and efficient. So I'll bring up the task manager here. I've got it up, and you probably can't see it. I'll try to fiddle around with this here. Okay, you can maybe see it now. Alright, so I've got my task manager up here. Maybe you can see that or not. I really don't know. This camera screen is too small to tell if it is really visible. But right here you can see 15.9 gigabytes. I'm not sure why it takes 0.1 gigabyte off, but I've got, this tells me that it is installed properly and working correctly like it should, which is super exciting. So yeah. Other things this 16 gigabytes of RAM will allow me to do is play games that require a lot of RAM. So, like for example, one of them is Ark Survival Evolved. I played that once on 4 gigabytes with when there was a free weekend for it on Steam, and it was just awful. Like, on the lowest settings, it was terrible. There was so much lag on the lowest settings. But with this 16 gigabytes, it should allow me plenty of room to play that. So I'll be looking into possibly getting that during the holiday sales. Holiday sales. Holiday sales. So yeah. Essentially the message with this last part of the video is more RAM allows you to use programs or play games on your computer that require more RAM, and it also allows your CPU to be more efficient. So that's going to be all for this 16 subscriber special. I hope I've taught you something, and I hope you have learned some things. And if you already knew this stuff, hopefully I haven't said anything that was incorrect. And if I have, please tell me, so I can go into the video and put an annotation in and be like, hey, this isn't right, and correct it. So yeah, as I said, that's going to be all, and I will see you in the next episode, whenever that is released.